Oh God, spare me. Give moi a break. Bedroom slippers in an airport, embroidered bedroom slippers, gold embroidery. She must be 100 years old. They must notice it. I mean, people must notice it, that they're getting older and older. I mean, we're all getting older. The minute you're born, you start getting, your skin starts getting older, your fingernails get older, even your eyebrows get older. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out old breath. If only they didn't have to dress like that. Why can't someone tell them those old lady coats with one giant button in the middle? Now he's interesting. Maybe a little macho. Machismo. I think he's looking at me. He is. What do you think would happen if you just sort of wandered over here and looked down and said, "Hey, not only are you an attractive woman, but you're reading Crime and Punishment. It's my favorite book." Something like that. And I'd say, "Well, I'm kind of into Russians at the moment." Or maybe, if I had one wish, I wish I was really gorgeous. Only not dumb. I'd be able to talk about politics and stuff, nuclear disarmament. Like that time I got a B+ on my essay on Argentina, and Mr. Griffiths were lively and provocative. That poor kid. I know just how he feels. You can tell he hates his haircut by the way he's holding his head all stiff like a robot. Do I ever know how he feels? Maybe if I get in line behind him, I could say something nonchalant like, "Hey, do you mind if I ask who cuts your hair? You look great." Something like that. Or maybe, "Look, not to worry, it'll grow out. That's the one thing about hair." A time Mom gave me the home perm, and I had to wear a scarf to school for a week until the frizz settled down. A soft perm, it was supposed to be. I probably thought the whole world was looking at me. And all the time, everyone was just worried about how they look. It's the way people are. If I started, all of a sudden, vibrating in the airport, no one would come out running and say, "Why is this woman suddenly vibrating?" They wouldn't even notice. Or if they did, they'd just say something like, "Oh, she probably vibrates all the time. That's just the way she is." We should have looked at that. She probably thought it looked good on the hanger or something. Maybe it was a gift. The time Bobby and Marcy gave me a sweater with a bumblebee stitch on the front, a pink bumblebee with sparkles. I don't believe it. They're kissing, like they don't even notice anyone else is around. I wish. Oh God, he's probably leaving. Maybe he got transferred. Or maybe she's the one who's leaving. That looks like her luggage, not his. White vinyl. Oh, tell me she is. Tears in an airport? You can tell they really, really love each other. If only how I long for her. Is that plastic or leather? Could be leather. Probably plastic. Or is it droopy? Are they ever droopy? How do they get that droopy? Probably from not wearing a bra. It makes you feel droopy just looking at them. That man over there with the tennis racket? I wish he'd just come over and start a conversation. That other man, they're not together. They are. The story of my life. If I had one wish, now he's sensational. It's that uniform. Very, very nice. And those eyes. Pilots make over $8,000 a year. That's more than stockbrokers. I read that in Time magazine. And that must be a stewardess he's talking to? Only they don't call them that nowadays. What do you call them? Flight attendants? right together. Relationship-wise, like they're really in sync. Like their hearts are beating at the same time. I can feel my heart beating. When I think of all the hearts in this airport, we can't hear them, we can't see them, but they're all there, thumping away. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Hundreds of them. God, I feel so lonely sitting here. I can't stand it. Maybe a cup of coffee or something. Maybe a muffin. Something sweet, maybe chocolate. If I had one wish.
So how about a movie?
Afraid not. Not tonight.
A drink then.
Well, I'm terribly sorry. I'd like to, but...
But you're busy. Is that right?
Well, I suppose you might call it... Yes, I'm afraid I'm busy.
And you're busy tomorrow night, right?
Well, yes.
Next weekend?
Look, I'm sorry, but...
Let me tell you what I sense. I sense... How can I put this? I sense we're drifting apart.
We hardly know each other.
But we were starting to know each other. Didn't you feel it? That night. At the Japanese restaurant. It was magic. Two people with everything in common. Their lives. Enmeshed.
Well...
And now you're all of a sudden tied up every night of the week.
I wish I could explain, but...
But what? There's gotta be a reason.
Well, there is.
Well then?
Well, there is a reason, but... Oh, I'm afraid you might find it hard to accept.
I see. It's something about me that you find...
Oh, no. It's about me. But really, it's about you, too. I can't explain.
I see. I see.
Flight 89 now boarding at gate 2. Flight 89 for Toronto now boarding.
1, 2, break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from you.
Promise someone else if you get a chance.
I'll try. I said I'll try. But there are going to be meetings all
She'd
day.
love to hear from you. She always loves us.
And meetings in the evenings, plus sales seminars, and 2 official
She's the
luncheons.
only sister you've got. If she ever found out you went to Toronto and didn't call...
I'll try. I said I would, didn't I?
5 minutes. It means the world. Good luck. Now go find.
Look, we take time for a new job along the way.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. It's not as if they're calling you to
I
make
know
up.
we did a good job this time. Last time, we gave some jerk who didn't know what he was doing.
Let's see. Flight 450, Thursday night. I'll be here.
You can tell him I was not pleased. Not at all pleased.
Flight 86 now boarding. Flight 86 now boarding. Step lively for Flight 86.
Woo! Mexico! And just check the muffler.
Look, Suze, our flight's delayed. Jabba? Yes! Can I help you? Oh, I believe you were first. Oh, you go ahead. I'm in no hurry. Oh, that's very kind. I'd like the $1 million policy. If you'll just fill in this form. I'll have the $1 million policy too, please. That's the one I always get. I do too! Oh, it seems a little silly. I know. But Jim, my husband, well, he travels an awful lot. Oh, so does Robert, and it's not silly at all. In fact, it's common sense. Oh, I can't help worrying about him. Oh, I'm an awful worry about myself. If Robert knew I worried the way I do, he'd probably stop flying. He doesn't even know I buy insurance when he flies. My dude doesn't either. He thinks it was morbid. He thinks it was a waste of money. You know, he thinks that flying across the country is safer than driving down Florida Avenue. Isn't that amazing? You wouldn't believe this, but Robert says exactly the same thing. Jim would think I was downright neurotic if he knew I bought insurance every time he went out. Oh, I never lost Robert. I buy insurance every single time he flies. Me too, I have for years. What a coincidence. You have to think about how you would manage if... Oh, you sure do. Lots of women have been left standing with just a change in their purse. They don't think it has. Oh, they don't think it'll happen to them. Well, I know better. I know the statistics. I read that article in the movie. Oh, it only makes sense. If you spend enough time in the air, your numbers down. Exactly. It's a responsibility taking out insurance. That's how I look at it. Oh, the way I see it. Say I get the full $1 million,